So the new M1X MacBooks, the 14-inch and the 16-inch model, also the Mac Mini M1X, and finally the AirPods 3. Where are they? When are they coming out in 2021? Well, today, let's discuss when we're most likely going to get our hands on them. So Apple have already done an event this fall, and that was the California streaming event. At this event, we saw some brand new iPads, including the 9th generation 2021 iPad, a brand new redesigned iPad Mini 6. We also saw the Apple Watch Series 7, and of course, the brand new iPhone 13 models, the 13 mini, the normal 13, the 13 Pro, and of course, the iPhone 13 Pro Max. However, many of you are wondering, well, where are these brand new MacBooks that everyone's been talking about with a superior sort of chipset inside it? Also this Mac Mini, and of course, where are the AirPods 3? Aren't they meant to be out already by now? Well, I want to talk to you first what they're all about, and then afterwards I'm going to talk to you about when we're most likely going to get our hands on them. So first of all, we have the brand new MacBooks. Now the MacBooks are going to be completely redesigned according to the latest leaks and rumours and reports out there. We've been told that we're finally going to be getting the SD card slot back put inside these MacBooks, and also we're going to be getting a sort of a MagSafe sort of charger, and finally the touch bar is going away. Now, a lot of us back in 2016, including myself, thought this was a bit of a gimmick, and I think the touch bar hasn't been as successful as Apple wanted it to be, so I think they're actually ditching it back to physical keys, and a lot of other reporters out there are claiming exactly the same. So this is going to be quite a different setup. On top of this, we have been told we're going to be getting a brand new mini LED display on the MacBook Pros. This is a very similar to that XDR display or the XDR Retina display that we have right now on the iPad 12.9 model. So this is the iPad Pro M1 that came out earlier this year. It is likely this type of screen technology is coming to the 14-inch and 16-inch MacBook Pro. Now, one of the big stars to these MacBooks is going to be the chipset inside it, and this is the brand new M1X chipset. Now, we've been told already it's going to have more cores in CPU and GPU compared to M1. So with CPU cores, we have been told we're going to be getting 2 efficiency cores and 8 performance cores inside it, according to some leaks out there. The M1 right now, for example, has 4 efficiency cores, and it also has 4 performance cores. And then the same with the GPU. So this is the graphics sort of area. The M1 has a total of 8 GPU graphics cores, but we're being told that the M1X is going to have 16 or a 32 core option of GPU cores, which is absolutely amazing. Now, what I would say is, remember, these are reports out there and they are leaks as well, but nothing is officially on paper just yet that this is all going to come true. So that's what I'm doing for you guys right now. I'm just showing to you what I've been told and what information is out there. Now, one other thing I would also cover is that the new chipset, everyone keeps referring it to the M1X. It might not actually be called the M1X, and I'll tell you about that in a second. But the reason why we're thinking it's going to be called an X on the end is because Apple in previous years, like for example with their iPads, have brought out sort of more beefier versions of their processors by adding on extra cores onto them and calling this like the X variant. They did this first with an iPad with the A5X, and then obviously quite recently with the iPad Pro models, we had the A12X, and then we also had the A12Z, and that's a completely different story again. But the main point is X has come out quite a lot on the end of processors names, and it means there's more cores inside. But there again, we might not actually get an X sort of chip, and it might not even be called the M1X. It could be called the M2, for example, or it could be called a completely different naming system. We just don't know, but for the moment, we're calling it the M1X. Now, continuing on talking about the M1X, we've also been told there's going to be a brand new designed Mac Mini. Now the Mac Mini has had basically the same design now for about 10 years, and in fact it's actually on its second design now. The first design was kind of more of a plasticky metal design, and then it turned to an all aluminium design, and we've basically had this design now for about over sort of 12 years now, if not longer. So we've been told that Apple are finally updating the Mac Mini design, and inside that we'll be getting that brand new M1X chipset put inside it. Now this Mac Mini, we've been also told it's going to have some USB-C ports on the back of it, and also you'll get your sort of traditional USB ports, and also at the same time as well you will get your ability to plug in your Thunderbolt devices and also your HDMI cables and bring your own sort of devices to this actual Mac Mini. A lot of people out there are claiming this is going to be the best Mac Mini out there for what you're getting in performance versus kind of price. With that M1X chipset inside it, it is going to be an amazing deal. Now with all these brand new Apple products, I might not be getting it completely 100% right of when I can guarantee you'll be able to get your hands on them, but one thing I'm very sure that I can guarantee is the giveaway we are doing on this channel. So right now we're doing a giveaway for this iPad Pro that you can see here. It is a 12.9 inch M1 iPad Pro with 8GB of RAM and 256GB of storage inside. Now, if you want your chance to get your hands on this brand new iPad Pro, all I want to know from you guys in the comments down below is what Apple gear or Apple tech are you planning to buy in 2021? And then when we get over 260,000 subscribers, and that's not that far away to be honest, I'll be giving away this iPad Pro to one lucky subscriber. And all I need you guys to do to make sure that you're going to get possibly this iPad Pro is to subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell. Because like I said, when I announce who the winner is, you don't want to miss out if you're going to be that lucky person. So make sure you do that right now. Also at the same time guys, if you're feeling generous and also enjoying this video so far, please also do press the like button. Right, let's get back to the video. Now finally, the last product we're waiting to see what should be coming out in 2021, and there's been so many leaks and rumours, and also kind of leaks and rumours already that most of them are created, and that is for the AirPods 3. We've been told that the brand new AirPods 3 is going to be a brand new design, and it's going to feature a lot of the AirPods Pro kind of features, but in the more cheaper version of the AirPods. Now we've been told these AirPods are going to be sticking around the same price as the AirPods 2, but the main difference is you're getting to get that brand new design, and also that battery life is going to be extended out. But the big question that you're wondering for all of these three products is, when are you going to be able to get your hands on them? I can tell you, based on past history, not last year, and I'll talk about that in a mo, that generally when Apple announce brand new Macs in the kind of fall area, they normally come out around about mid-October to end October time. Or more likely, I'll be clearer here, they are announced in mid-October time first, and then they come out at the end of October or maybe the very beginning of November. Now, for a date of when they will actually be announced, it is most likely going to be around about either the 12th or the 19th of October. Now, you're probably wondering why I picked those two dates. And to be honest, it's quite simple when you think about it. Apple generally do all of their events always on a Tuesday, bar one, and that one is WWDC. Obviously, WWDC normally lasts a whole week, but the actual sort of original first time when they talk about their brand new software is always on the Monday, and that's sort of that public sort of keynote WWDC video that you get to see, that stream, and that's always on a Monday. But for actual product wise, when there's an actual product event, generally speaking, we always see this on a Tuesday. So straight away, it's going to be a Tuesday, and most likely, like I said, due to previous years, when Apple generally do their kind of Mac releases in a full time, it's always around mid-October time. In fact, the 2016 MacBooks, when they came out, was around, and they were launched around about mid-October and came out the end of October. And then again, back in 2012, they were also announced around about mid-October, and then they came out the end of sort of October time. But like I've said already guys, these are my own personal thoughts. I am not writing this in stone. I am not saying Apple are definitely going to be doing it on either of these dates. It's just most likely is when they're going to do it. And a good example of why they won't do it is, for example, for like last year where we had COVID. And with COVID, everything got pushed out. In fact, the iPhones generally come out in September time. They came out in October. And the Macs actually got announced in November time. But this year, it looks like Apple are back on track with getting the suppliers, and COVID things are sorting out. Even though there is some shortages out there, Apple are much more on track this year. So basically we're kind of expecting a kind of a normal kind of schedule this year. So most likely we will see the actual event in sort of October time. But then the big question is, when will you be able to get your hands on these brand new Macs? Well, most likely you'll be able to get your hands on them either on the 29th of October or the 5th of November. Now again, you're probably wondering, how do I know this? Well, again, it's a very similar system. Let's take the brand new iPhones, for example. They were announced on September the 14th. Then you were able to pre-order them that Friday, so that was a few days later, and then they're coming out on the 24th of September, 1 week later on. Now, I will also throw a curveball in there. There is a possibility that one of these devices could get delayed out. For example, like this year, we do have the Apple Watch Series 7. The Apple Watch Series 7 this year has not got a date at the moment at the time of making this video. So, it's possible that one of these devices could be delayed out, but generally speaking, we're expecting to be able to get our hands on the brand new devices or the brand new Macs and those AirPods around the end of October, beginning of November time. Well, there you have it, guys. That is the most likely time when we're going to see the Apple launch the new MacBooks, the new Mac Mini, and also the AirPods 3. But like I keep on saying, guys, this isn't written in stone. These are my own predictions, and I could be wrong. And I'm going to say that right now, I could be wrong. But based on previous sort of launches of Apple products, this is what most likely the case is going to be. Well, it's also time to wrap up this video. So if you have enjoyed watching it, please do press the like button. And also at the same time as well, guys, if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, please do press the subscribe button, followed by the notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you soon. Bye bye.